In case y'all do not know, and you probably don't because they kind of buried this story up until like a couple days ago, this man's name is Benjamin Morrow. He lived in a place called the Beaver Dam, and I can only guess where that's located. One of my, I guess my geographical subscribers will let me know where in white America that is, because I can only guess that's mostly contaminated by the colonizer. But on March 5th, I'm sorry, on March 5th, which was a little over a month ago, this man died inside of a homemade explosive laboratory. Basically, he made a homemade bomb explosive laboratory in his home. Now you have to wonder, what in the world was he using that for? Well, as it turns out, when they were going through the rubble, they found multiple, and I do mean multiple, white supremacist literature in his apartment where that explosion happened. So my guess is he was going to use that to carry out some kind of racist terrorist plot. But it backfired on him because it exploded while he was still in the house, in the apartment, killing him. Now, if you want to talk about something coming full circle, here's a perfect example of it. They said that the explosion was so bad, and because it was such a hazardous scene, they not only had to evacuate the entire apartment complex where other people lived at, but they also had to let the rest of the building burn. They didn't really try to save it or salvage it, mainly because the stuff was so contaminated. They said it would have been pointless, so they just let the entire complex just burn down. So because of him, even in death, he caused all those people to lose their home. Even in death, he's a piece of shit. But what gets me is I read one particular article, and it said that Benjamin Morrow is a victim of quote unquote Christian homeschooling. And then they brought up, I think, something about somebody else doing something too. I think Nicholas Cruz came up with the homeschooling thing as well, because, you know, he was kicked out of school multiple times. So he really couldn't attend a public school or a private school for that matter. I said, look, don't sit here and insult our intelligence by saying that the reason this guy did what he did, or why he was a white supremacist, is because of quote unquote Christian homeschooling. Sorry about that. I had to pause the video right quick. But anyway, as I was saying, they're trying to insult our intelligence. Don't bring quote unquote religion into this. And I don't even subscribe to that, but don't even bring religion into this and use that as a scapegoat as to why he did what he did. Because I highly doubt it says anything in there. Well, it probably does, but it's probably written in subliminals. But still, this guy was just a staunch white supremacist. Anybody who carries around literature like that, they have some beliefs to it, or a lot of beliefs to it. So who knows what he was going to do with those explosives? Or hell, he may have not been the person who was going to plant the explosives. He could have been selling them, for all we know. But if, I guess you could say, in a quote unquote Christian way, karma came back and blew his ass up. Sky high to smithereens, as they used to call it. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say as it pertains to this story right here. Y'all let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one.